e tabua e o si sambe mo rekan roka adoro mo tabua ando tele taka na waro na Bula FM namba 2 na sir
Bula na go ilimo do tele taka na FM na go sa sector to na Bula FM
Bula o tsempo ni valu ngone ni kandabu ni mokisa o bachiku na sinu ando tele taka bali na waro na Bula FM namba 2 na sir
o lorima na gagini suka lambasa to do tele taka na Bula FM namba 2 na sir
Bula FM namba 2 na sir.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. In this bulletin, PAFCO's new coal storage facility gives people of Levuka a lifeline. Police LTA work on new techniques to combat accidents. And Halofaki retains FTU presidency. Pacific Fishing Company has been and continues to be the lifeline for the people of Ovalau. Tui Levuka Ratu Etonia Seru Rokotuina Deva made this statement at the groundbreaking ceremony for PAFCO's new coal storage facility. Eleanor Tarangaivu is in the old capital and files this report.
Since its inception in 1964, Pacific Fishing Company PAFCO has been keeping the small island of Ovalau alive and active. From its small tuna freezing operation to its now big-time tuna exports, PAFCO has been the backbone of cash flow in Levuka.
The current economic contribution of PAFCO to Levuka, Lomaiviti and Fiji is immeasurable. The current workforce is about a little over 1,000. The monthly total wages of employees approximately US 122,000. The yearly net wages is $6.6 million. Payment for local transport made by the company is $0.25 million.
This is the site for the new cold storage facility, which when completed will have the capacity to hold 3,200 tons of fish stored in 4,000 bins in stacks of 5. It will also have room for an additional stack should the need arise.
This long-term storage facility will help relieve the problem of fish for products and give our people more employment opportunities. To our people here today, look around you and see the fruit of it all. I plead with you to take care of what we have here today and do your best to ensure that it continues to operate in the best way possible.
Construction has been funded through a government loan of $9 million and an additional $7 million loan from PAFCO's main buyer in North America, Bumblebee Foods Limited.
The total cost of the project, including site preparations, geotech surveys, evacuation, backfilling, relaying of power supply cables, construction, external consultants, the purchase of new refrigeration equipment, the setting up of a concrete mixing plant, the transportation of 40-foot containers of building material and equipment to Levuka will come to approximately $16 million Fijian.
The contract for the construction work has been awarded to Pacific Engineering Projects, a New Zealand-based company, and works should be completed by the end of October 2016. Eleanor Turangaiwiu, FBC News.
There were a few heated debates in Parliament today on the issue of the lack of briefing that was carried out with opposition regarding the 2016 national budget. Opposition MP Viliame Ngavoka says only one civil servant had turned up and others, he claims, were fearful to talk to them. In addition to this, opposition leader Rote Mumukepa said they had written to government to explain to them a few issues that they had, but this was to no avail. Minister for Finance Aya Said Kayum then rose to clarify a few things, reminding Ngavoka that questions should have been directed at government ministers.
The point is the opposition needs to understand that they are not government. This side is government. This side are the ministers. Madam Speaker, if they want to know about the budget, they can ask the ministers. The purpose of them calling the civil servants, we do not know what the purpose is. Not just simply saying, oh, why did you put this? It's them putting their own spin on it.
Said Qayyum says this is the first time in the history of Parliament in Fiji that opposition members have been given such access to information. The Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption is not doing the work of the police force. During the budget debate in Parliament today, opposition argued that FICAC should be scrapped and all matters be handled by the police. However, in response, government says FICAC was in place for a specific reason.
A preposterous suggestion. Madam Speaker, if the honourable member actually read the law in question, he would note that FICAC does not prosecute all police criminal matters. They don't do rape, they don't do domestic violence, they don't do theft as we know it, they don't do grievous bodily harm, they don't do murder, they do corruption-related matters, which also includes forgery and fraud and also making false declarations. These are the kind of things that they do. So, Madam Speaker, we also have ratified the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, and we are obligated to have an independent corruption commission.
Day 3 into the budget debate and all bills have been passed in the House. Edwin Nunn joins us live from the Parliament complex to explain what's going on. Edwin?
Jackie, the Parliament session is still ongoing as I come to you live from outside Government Building. The parliamentarians are debating all bills related to the 2016 national budget, and this has seen some robust discussions in the House this week. MPs have to deliberate individual allocations for every ministry before putting it to a vote. This also applies for funds allocated for capital works, for example, a grant to the Fiji Roads Authority or money set aside to build new schools or an allocation for the Health Ministry to build new health centres. The process involved in approving the 2016 budget means Parliament must pass all consequential changes that come into effect from January. This includes changes in tariffs such as the reduction in VAT and new duty rates which are applicable to various imports. This will be going on throughout the week and Parliament expects to complete the budget debate by Friday. Jackie.
Thanks for that update, Edwin. Fijian Teachers Association President Ngauna Halafaki has retained his seat in the Union General Meeting that ended today. 4 other executives have also been re-elected. Akusita Tale has more.
It's landslide victory for Ngauna Halafaki with 776 votes, while his other 2 opponents managed less than 200 votes each.
I could not have believed the results that just came in a few minutes ago, especially contesting with the school principal, a former president, also an NGO worker who's been with us as a vice president. So it's a big bonus for me today, winning this seat.
Vice President Rove Simbani has also been re-elected, while Tuapati Aisake comes in for his first stint as second vice president. Tavisa Powell and Vela Semi have won the post of Assistant Secretary and Treasurer respectively.
We will be able to continue with the services that we have been providing with our members, like our cooperative thrift and our FTA Welfare West, which has seen an increase in membership.
I just want to come and support all of the decisions made by the executive on all of the issues that we are going to raise to the country.
Halofaki told FBC News that he has big plans for the association and is excited about working with the new team.
I think the main focus is servicing the members. It's a big turnaround in servicing the members. That's our motto, service before self. Rather than doing other things, that's a thing that we need to come hard on.
1,305 members voted in this year's union election from the 3,277 members eligible voters. Akosita Talei, FBC News.
The Fiji Police Force and the Land Transport Authority will change their tactics as we approach the festive season. Police and LTA admit the current campaigns aren't working and they need to be more efficient. Ritika Pratap reports.
The alarming number of road fatalities and accidents have forced the Land Transport Authority and police to rethink their strategy.
In terms of the number of accidents and the number of fatalities. But like I said, it's showing the other way around. It's for us, just like the director has mentioned, it will be lifting up the standard of our work. It will be changing of the strategies of what we're doing to what we believe that we need to do to address the situation.
Fortunately, it is just one driver behind the wheel that causes a bad reputation to the whole industries. But our road safety campaign, our awareness program, continuously been driven to all the stakeholders, especially the transport industries.
59 people have died in road fatalities so far this year, 15 more than 2014. Speeding and dangerous driving are the major causes of accidents, and authorities have singled out habitual offenders.
Through processes of suspending driver license, processes of bookings, we have supplemented our manpower, check on the road with our cameras, and even until now, the highest number of bookings on our roads are on overspeeding.
It's not just drivers who are to blame. Pedestrians are also causing fatal accidents.
8 below 10 years. They are the road victims, road fatality victims. And this is another concern that we would like to urge to the parents and guardians. We are anticipating school holidays now coming in. They need to supervise their children.
Fiji is ranked 148 for road traffic accidents by the World Health Organization. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Coming up in the bulletin, the Fiji Red Cross Society welcomes Rambi Island to its growing list of members.
Hi, my name is Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nandi and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateva. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Maltaka and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my grog and lollipop.
Bula, my name is So. I'm from Navua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bula, my name is Asilika from Raki Raki and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
A 30-year-old father of 3 is one of 36 students from Corpus Christi Teachers College who graduated with a diploma in teaching today. Sainiani Mboila was at the Civic Auditorium and filed this report.
Edward Pio says the faces of his children were a major contribution to his success today. He said being a father and a student at the same time for 3 years was quite challenging, while also very enjoyable. Pio lives in Naililirewa and leaves home at 5 o'clock in the morning to travel for almost 2 hours to attend classes. After his graduation today, Edward said his hard work has paid off and he is ready to teach the students of Fiji.
It's a big challenge as I have two responsibilities. For instance, at home, I have to play with my children and with study too. And after today, I'm very grateful for what I have achieved, and I'm very much ready to go to the field and teach the children of Fiji. Yes, I have to also cater for my family.
Acting Permanent Secretary for Education, Mere Talonga, was the chief guest of today's Corpus Christi graduation ceremony. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
The Fiji Red Cross Society will soon be welcoming Rambi Island to its growing list of members. The society has been working closely with various villages on Rambi, testing all their programs. Ellen Stalls has more.
Red Cross Director General Felipe Nainova says they are excited to be broadening their reach within the region.
Islands that are remote carry special challenges, and so what we believe is that we have designed a methodology, something that we can learn. We have learned in Rambi. We are taking it to Rotuma, that will enable us to move to the maritime zone. That includes Lau, Lomaiviti, and Kandavu, places where Red Cross is not present.
Speaking at this morning's inaugural fundraiser, Morning Tea in Suva. Another says the Red Cross Centre in Rotuma has been inactive since 2010. Society President Kathy Wong says the Morning Tea fundraiser event will not be their last.
For us to be able to fulfill our mandate to save lives, to prepare our people for disasters, and to help them to respond to disasters, we are tasked to make sure that what we do goes out to each and every community throughout Fiji.
Last weekend, the Society launched its one-week appeal, which will come to an end this Saturday. The Fiji Red Cross Society is calling on members of the public to dig deep and give generously, remembering that every cent counts. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Farmers are being shown how to grow their operations through a widely used form of contract farming. This is what the Food and Agriculture Organisation is doing over the next 4 days to elevate Fiji's agriculture sector. Madhyam Bolaitamana has more on the story.
This 4-day workshop on planning and implementing contract farming is a means to bolster economic activity in the agriculture sector.
It is based on an agreement between farmer and buyers of the products, and this agreement sets the conditions in which production and marketing is done. So it's a very efficient way to coordinate those transactions, guaranteeing a market for farmers, guaranteeing supplies for companies.
30 livestock, cattle and vegetable farmers together with government officials are looking at arming the industry stakeholders with the technical expertise to best handle operations.
Farmers, they have many problems in terms of accessing to finance, equipment, and also the big problem with farmer is market access. And also, it's in one side, it's the problem of producer. In the other hand, the buyers, they have also a problem, especially inconsistency of supply.
For the farmers, the workshop is a timely incentive in encouraging growth and plotting the right way to go about it.
Is something that is practiced in Fiji quite a bit. A lot of people don't realise this, but certainly the whole sugar industry is on contract farming, the dairy industry is on contract farming, tobacco industry is on contract farming, and this is an opportunity to have a look at some of the inner workings of the contracts. What are the proper ways to do it, the ways to improve the returns and the interests for both the farmer and the contractor.
With the agriculture sector already proving to be a big earner for our economy, contract farming operations can only stand to bolster service delivery as the farmers look to the future with great optimism. Madhyam Bolaitamana, FBC News.
The world's fastest growing restaurant chain, Burger King, will be opening 4 more stores in Fiji within the next 14 months. Burger King opened its first outlet at the Nandi International Airport's New Look Departure Lounge yesterday. Ritika Pratap reports.
This is Burger King's airside restaurant, which is serving world-famous burgers to travelers leaving Fiji via the New Look Departure Lounge.
It is the fastest growing burger franchise in the world at this point in time. And to bring it to Fiji, obviously, was a very challenging, but at the same time, very rewarding experience. To have it open at the airport, which coincides with the modernization project which the AFL has embarked upon. So I think working together, it creates a very good synergy.
Akash Narsi says they expect Burger King to be well received by the Fijian market.
The thing about the landside restaurant will be, what you see in Fiji is that one person flies off, but the entire family comes to see them off, So it'll be a very good chance for them to probably sit down, have one more meal before they head off on their flights.
The second Burger King restaurant, also at the Nandi International Airport, will be in the Fairwellers Hall by the end of next year. An announcement will be made soon on its Matintar, Nandi and the capital city restaurants. The world-renowned brand has been introduced in Fiji by the Motibai Group. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Fiji Broadcasting Corporation and Vodafone Fiji have partnered to raise funds for orphanages this Christmas. A planned fundraising event is to take place on Saturday, the 19th of December at My Super Park in Suva. Shriti Prasad has more.
FBC and Vodafone hosting carols by candlelight with famous local artists and choir groups. FBC Chief Executive Riaz Said Kayum says this is their way to help kids who don't have anyone to celebrate the festival with.
with the support of Vodafone, we are taking this a step further, and we want to do something with Christmas and, in fact, with all the religious festivities that we have in Fiji, which is all inclusive.
Vodafone Fiji Limited Chief Marketing Officer Rajneesh Prasad says this is a platform to share the joy of the season through the melody of Fiji's own musicians.
It will also ensure that we showcase local talent, choir groups, on how they phase out in terms of what they have to showcase for Christmas.
It's time for many of us to be surrounded by family and friends. However, there are still many who don't have anyone. This event gives all Fijians a chance to play part in making Christmas special for children who might otherwise feel left out and alone at Christmas. Shriti Prasad, FBC News.
Sports now, here's Jamie with the latest.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening. Coming up in sports, Ben Ryan assures that there's enough depth in the Fiji 7 squad despite injuries. And primary school athletes nationwide count down to 2015 Child Games. This and more after the break.
Hi, my name is Edran and I'm from Nandi and I love Mirchi FM.
Hi, my name is Sonny from Canberra. I love listening Mirchi FM online.
मैं हूँ उर्मिला देवी आसिया सीतावा से जितेन शांडिल को और अश्निल को तावा में लॉक कर दिया जाए.
हम लोग यहाँ से कब कमें मिर्ची FM सुनता है. मिर्ची FM is hot.
I'm Shelly in Tanga Nursery. Mirchi music simply bindas in nursery.
मैं अशफाक वालिल हुसैन मिर्ची FM मेरे नस नस में.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
First up in sports tonight, All Blacks legend Jonah Lomu passed away in Auckland today at the age of 40. Lomu is widely recognized as one of the greatest rugby players of all time. The final 12-member Vodafone Fiji 7 squad for the opening leg of the World 7 Series in Dubai and Cape Town next month will be named on Friday. Coach Ben Ryan has reduced the 26-member extended squad to 17, and all players are currently in camp at Deumba from today. Ryan is adamant there is enough depth to cover for rover Donisio Ratumbuli, who was injured at the Madawata Sevens in Lambasa last week.
And we can shift people around, so Kitioni Talinga can easily move to 10 and rover. We're lucky that we've got multi-positional players, and the style we play, our playmakers aren't too different from our rovers.
The opening leg of the World 7 Series will be held in Dubai on the 4th and 5th of next month, and you can catch it live on FBC TV. The New Zealand Fiji Football Incorporated launched its website last night ahead of the Pacific Cup tournament in New Zealand, which started today. A welcome banquet was held last night for the teams competing. The tournament is into its 4th year, and for the first time, fans will be able to get live updates online. Fiji was also awarded the hosting rights for the Pacific Cup next year. Meanwhile, the tournament kicked off this hour at Bill McKinley Park in Auckland, with Rewa playing Auckland All-Stars in the opening match. The Nandi Primary Schools Athletics Association has reduced its number of athletes for the 2015 Child Games, which start in Suva on Friday. The team rounded up its last training session today and will travel to the capital tomorrow. Josephine Avula joins us live now from our Nandi studio. Josephine, you've been following the young athletics squad. What's the latest from the Jet Setters camp?
Jamie, the Nandi Athletics squad have held 3 trials in the past 3 weeks with the Lotoka team and have made its final changes. The coaches have made the selection strictly according to the criteria they have set for the athletes from the beginning of preparations. We caught up with the team on its chances of achieving its target with the finals athletes selected.
Putting in the final touches under the scorching heat, the Nandi team is determined to scoop more medals from the previous years at the Child Games competition.
We've seen improvements, we have time, and we have there's a time they need to reach for tracks, and for the field events there are certain criteria which we've done our selection on, and we think we're taking the best to Suva.
Tevongo says they undertook stringent measures to select the best to represent the Jet Setters.
Our original squad was 150, cut it down to 134. The final squad down to Suva, it's 100.
As for the athletes, they are just excited to take to the Lodala tracks.
Training's been very hard on us, making us fit and ready for the Chow Games.
My aim in this Nadi Chow Games in Suva is to get gold in my events, which is 275 and relay.
The 2015 Chow Games will be held on Friday and Saturday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Josephine Davula, FBC Sports.
That is your sports for this evening. It's back to Jackie now with business.
ANZ Bank has committed over $43,000 towards detecting, treating and curing cancer in Fiji. The funds were raised following a staff drive last month. ANZ's head of Emerging Corporates Fiji and Pacific, Sword Minam, says staff took it upon themselves to raise money for cancer through various Pinktober initiatives. The fundraising drive involved a competition between all ANZ branches to see who could raise the most funds. The money will be used to purchase 4 new hospital beds for the CWM Oncology Unit. The remainder of the funds will go towards the Ministry of Health's priorities for detecting, treating and curing cancer in Fiji. Another day of sun with cloudy periods across the country. No reports of rain other than a few light scattered early morning showers in the east. The humidity made Bainlambasa feel the hottest at 33 degrees and Lautoka was close behind at 32. Suvanandi and Savusavu were at 30. Tomorrow is expected to be much like today with just a slim chance of afternoon showers up north and in the southeast and a slim chance of rain in the west. And the further outlook is for Friday, partly to mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers. Recapping tonight's main stories, PAFCA opens new cold storage facility in Levuka. Police and LTA work on new techniques to combat accidents. And Ngona Halafaki has been retained the FTA presidency. To our poll question for this week, we are asking, can the Fijiana rugby team win gold at the Rio Olympics? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spades. See you tomorrow.
Ini sampurna ko yung Fabian kita memewangkan ranandi ya wabina ka wabi na tubing karabi radio Fiji-1 na tubing karabi to makana oh my wai nuru ola miralu Fiji-1 Roidi monga dibeanya na tango tileila rakungila o matiti ko may loma na robina ko ya ndo mister na radio Fiji-1 na to
na Radio Fiji-1 nandu mwiviti na bonga ni BNN.